Hi, I'm Georgia. I'm a pluralistic counselor. So I work in a pluralistic way, which means that I don't believe that there's a one size fits all approach to therapy. I draw from different modalities depending on what feels right, what feels most helpful for you, including person centered, some CBT informed approaches if we feel like we need to bring them in, and more exploratory and reflective work as well. My background is supporting people through anxiety, low mood, some life transitions, and if you're feeling a bit stuck, overwhelmed, especially when things feel hard to make sense of on your own. I also have a lot of experience in working with people who have experienced some kind of abuse, whether it's physical, emotional, sexual. I've worked through a lot of that. At the heart of my work is creating a space where you feel heard, not judged. It's somewhere that you can show up exactly as you are. We can work through things together at your pace. This is entirely your space. So I think for me, becoming a therapist has come from a really just a genuine place of real curiosity about people, a deep sense of wanting to understand what's going on beneath the surface. Like I said, I've always taken on that role of people opening up to me. Over time, I realised how powerful that can be to just really be given the space to feel properly heard, and how much that can shift things for people. Therapy's had a huge influence on me personally as well. Um, Having gone through some of my own stuff and attending my own therapy sessions, it's really helped me to slow down, to become more self-aware, to be able to process what I have experienced and really pull on my lived experience to, understand my own patterns and responses with a bit more compassion rather than self-judgment, which I know I'm not the only one that feels like that. I think it has also shaped how I do see the world as well. More aware that everyone is carrying something, even if we don't see it. And because of that, I'll always approach people with more empathy and curiosity. Feel that the combination of personal insight and wanting to support others has really led me into this profession. And yeah, it's something I feel genuinely passionate about. I would say I am a therapist who's warm. I'm honest and I'm really led by the person that I'm working with. You are the absolute expert in your own life, and I will pull on that and work collaboratively with you. My approach is grounded, creating a safe space so that you feel safe enough to be yourselves. There's no pressure, there's no judgment. Don't feel like everything has to be figured out for you before you come to therapy. We can do that together. I really value building a genuine connection. I think that's where the real work happens. I won't sit back silently. I'll gently guide, reflect, will sometimes challenge if it is appropriate, but it'll always be in a way that is fully supported and done safely rather than overwhelming. As I said, I do work in a collaborative way, so it feels like we're working through things together, side by side, rather than me being an expert as such. I try to meet people exactly where they are, whether that's needing space to talk or something a little bit more structured like that with some CBT techniques. At the core of it, I just want people to leave my sessions feeling a bit more understood, more grounded, a little bit less alone in whatever it is that they are going. So a session with me is a space where you can slow down. You just get to be yourself. There's no feelings of being judged or rushed. I think clients do get a sense of, being properly heard, properly understood, sometimes for the first time. And I'm well aware that that in itself can be quite powerful too. Sessions are quite conversational. We're relaxed, but obviously we're still quite purposeful in it as well. We'll explore what's going on for you. We'll make sense of things together and gently work towards whatever feels important for you at the time. Um, Depending on what you need, that might look like having space to talk through things, might look like a little bit more structure where we look at patterns, coping strategies, or ways to manage what you are experiencing day to day. My aim is that you leave the sessions feeling a little bit clearer, a little bit lighter, a little bit more grounded, and able to move forward in a way that just it feels right for you. I think one thing that I would like to highlight is that I do really understand how difficult it can be to reach out to begin with. The first steps can feel like the biggest ones. Even that initial meeting, initial session with me, I'm well aware that that can feel like the biggest part of the whole process. So I will try to make that as comfortable and as manageable as possible. I will bring a lot of authenticity to my work. I'm not someone who feels distant or probably not overly clinical either. I want sessions to feel real, like you've come exactly where you are, exactly who you are, without feeling like you need to present yourself in a certain way. Alongside my work as a counsellor, I have also supported people in crisis through my work with the Samaritans. Um, so I was there for a long, long time, for about 10 years. That was doing all different kinds of work in prisons, work in outreach in my local area, as well as the education team, who obviously went into schools and just raised awareness on mental health, mental well-being as well. This has given me a lot of experience in sitting with people during incredibly difficult moments, possibly some of the worst moments that they've ever had to experience, and just offering a calm, grounded support for them. I think what makes working with me a bit different is perhaps my balance of warmth and honesty, creating that space that feels safe, and gently encouraging growth and understanding over time.